These videos are brought to you by MSCCasino.com and the Macau Sporting Club. MSCCasino.com. Check it out.
You are watching SportsMatters TV.
Okay guys, Sports Matters TV, we are in Leeds. It's definitely one of the biggest domestic rematches in British boxing history. Eddie, first of all, great turnout here in Leeds.
Yeah.
What do you think of the city Leeds in general? It's not a bad city.
Yeah, it's a great city. We've been here so many times, but we've never done a show here without Josh Warrington.
Yeah.
Which is quite weird, really.
You just said it to me.
Yeah, I know. So, and we sold out in a day.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't really think to come to Leeds without Josh Warrington. So you need an event of magnitude, and this is it. His biggest fight in Britain this year by a mile.
Yeah.
And you know, what great timing, wedged kind of between what we saw last week, what we got next week with a 5v5. You know, boxing's flying, and you're going to see an amazing show on Saturday.
You mentioned the 5x5, Eddie. We were all hoping, dream scenario, something like that would ever happen. Yourself and Frank have a bit of a bromance these days. It's good, I like it, but look, obviously it's good for boxing.
Yeah, amazing. And like, you saw on Saturday when Cordina lost to Kakashi, who's with them.
Yeah.
They're jumping up and down. Yes! It's like, it wound me up, I'll be honest with you. And then now this Saturday we got Chev Clark fighting Zorro. That's a Matchroom v Queensbury fight. We just announced yesterday Liam Davis against Masood. It's another one. So we're seeing a lot of them away from the 5v5 as well. But next Saturday in Riyadh is going to be absolute carnage and warfare. And you're going to see something amazing next week. But let's get this one out of the way first, and a great show on Saturday.
Definitely. And look, speaking of this one, there's a bit of a grudge match. Two fantastic boxers. Like Josh Taylor, look, one of the greatest. And like, as you said, Jack is ready for this. But how do you see it going, Eddie?
I think it's a 50-50 fight. The first fight was compelling. I think this fight will be more violent. I really do. Like, no world championships on the line, but career and honour. And, I think both guys have to win. They both want to be in the mega fights of the sport. The loser won't be in the mega fights of the sport. There's going to be a lot of emotion in this fight. The crowd's going to be incredible. So I think it's a 50-50. I back Jack Cattrall. I think if he's aggressive in the fight, he can win the fight by stoppage, but I expect a really good fight.
Definitely. And two Irish lads, obviously Paddy, Gary. Given that Paddy wins, which obviously we believe he will, obviously Limerick, I always say Cork to you, I want something to happen in Cork. Your dad made a lot of stuff happen in Cork.
I won't lie, the pure plan is for Paddy Donovan to fight Lewis Crocker.
Yeah.
Right? I think it's an amazing fight for Irish boxing. By the way, Lewis Crocker has a really tough fight against Conor Walker, and it ain't going to be easy for Paddy Donovan. We're going to find out how good those guys are in these upcoming fights, but big fight for him. And Gary Cully's got a tough fight. You see Patera beat Ritson. He's done decent against Keyshawn Davis and those guys. He can really fight, and he's become more aggressive as he's got older, and Gary's got to be on it on Saturday night. It's a really good undercard.
Are you promising us that maybe in the near future you're going to come to the south of Ireland?
Yeah, I'd like to. I think if we make Crocker against Donovan, it's likely that will land in Belfast.
Yeah.
But listen, if Donovan wins that fight, he's going to be fighting in big fights down in Limerick. And everything's about timing. Sometimes things work, sometimes it doesn't. But big futures ahead for both.
Definitely. And last question, Eddie. Look, it's a question everyone's going to ask. Joshua Fury.
Yeah.
It makes sense now, doesn't it?
Yeah, maybe. But, the rematch is a big fight. Fury should want to do that rematch. But we would, of course, love the opportunity to jump in and fight Fury. But what we saw was a tremendous fight. And I guess we'll see it again in October.